Hello, how are we, guys? Sorry I'm late. I've literally just flown back in from Brizzy. I spent the day up in Brizzy with one of the boys in my team who I'm working with at the moment. So I'm back in late, but I was not going to miss this Q&A. Not a chance in hell. And so tonight we're going to go balls deep once again. The only way to be balls deep into two really cool topics. Gut health, so we're going to go through a few more hints onto that, on how you can optimize it. And then on top of that too, what we're going to look at is the dumbest stuff that fitness people say, because there is so much stupidity out there, like so much. You guys will have read plenty of articles where you've heard some muppet saying something that just doesn't seem quite right. Then when you dig a little bit deeper and you find out that, yeah, it's complete rubbish, alright? So we're going to go through both of those, alright? So yeah, we're going to hit them very hard. As always, comment your questions. I'm going to do my best to get through it, because this is going to be a big one. If you have something stupid, or something that sounds stupid but you're not quite sure if it's stupid or not, comment it and I'll tell you yay or nay if it's dumb or if it's not, okay? We've also got a heap of comments from all of those in the Shred community, all these legends, of which I will give you the link right now to get to join the Shred community, as always. So it's JCF Shred community. That's just typing it in now. And I pinned that there. So if you want to be a part of the Shred community, get amongst it, alright? So we've already got 20 people online. That's awesome. Welcome Chance, Monty, Josh. Good to have you all here. And Kelly, as always. So let's get into this right now. Let's go over gut health. Now I can see that Josh Pierpoint has already commented for us. What are the best supplements for gut health? So let's start off straight with that one. The best supplements for gut health depend on you. I'm not going to give you the absolute most specific answer there. What I'm going to do is a general one. The general 3 best supplements to improve your gut health, okay? The number 1 is going to be betaine HCl or apple cider vinegar. They're absolutely fantastic. Number 2 is going to be, let's go with GABA today. GABA is absolutely fantastic. And number 3, let's go with 5-HTP, alright? So those 3, they'd be my top 3 that I recommend today. It changes every single day because there are so many things that are related to gut health. I mean, you literally, the gut is connected to everything, so everything therefore affects the gut and everything's connected to the gut. But those 3, today they're the 3 best ones that come to mind. Tomorrow I'll probably pick another 3. Well, betaine HCl is always there. But yeah, they're the 3 best ones. The reason why I'm such a big fan of betaine HCl is because literally everybody, or the vast majority of people, are deficient in it. As soon as we get stressed, it seems that we have a reduction of acid production in our stomach, which is what HCl is, HCl being hydrochloric acid. And yeah, we have a massive reduction in it, and everything starts going to absolute shit. So we need to make sure that we have optimal levels of betaine HCl, of hydrochloric acid. And if we keep them up nice and high, we eliminate literally all gut issues like that, nip it in the bud. Because when we have these low levels of hydrochloric acid in the stomach, that is when food does not get digested properly. That is when the small intestine stops working properly. That is when we get gas, we get belching, we get, constipation, diarrhea, all that sort of stuff, okay? So you need to make sure you've got optimal levels of HCl being produced in your stomach. Now there are 2 ways in which you can increase this HCl in your stomach, this hydrochloric acid. Number 1 is by directly taking hydrochloric acid or apple cider vinegar. Number 2 is by taking gentian bitters, which actually stimulates the production in the stomach, okay? So they're the 2 ways. If you buy the Doctor's Best, betaine HCl, that actually has it in there. That's the one I recommend for all my clients. You just buy it off iHerb, cheap as chips, really good stuff, okay? So now I'm going to go over on this a little bit more about how gut health can make you look shredded, okay? When you have poor gut health and your stomach isn't making enough of this hydrochloric acid, you have an increase in this hormone called histamine. Histamine is the starter of the inflammatory process. So when you have higher levels of histamine, right, you have higher levels of inflammation being produced. Now, as we've said in several of these live videos before, when you have lots of inflammation, what you get is large amounts of water flowing to the area, right? And now when you have high levels of histamine being produced or not being regulated by the gut, and you've got plenty of it floating around here throughout your system, your whole body begins to hold water. And so what happens when you're holding water? You look fat, all right? You look like absolute shit when you are holding a whole heap of water. It sucks. It's not fun. I've been there, okay? And this literally all of it comes back to the gut and the stomach, right? Literally always comes back to the production of hydrochloric acid in the stomach. If you're not making enough hydrochloric acid, you're not going to inhibit the production of histamine. On top of this too, if you're not making enough hydrochloric acid, your small intestine, your large intestine are going to become irritated because you're going to get bacteria where they shouldn't be. You're going to get the poor breakdown of food, and nothing in here is going to work well whatsoever, okay? So you need to make sure that your levels of hydrochloric acid are always sky high, okay? You need to make sure that they are always peaking, always absolutely peaking, okay? Now I'm going to pause for 2 minutes here. We're going to go over this. If you have any questions, comment them, all right? And I'll answer them, and then we're going to go into the second part, which is the best part of tonight, which is the dumbest shit people say, because there are so many Muppets out there. I have never met so many potatoes in my life as what I have on social media. Like seriously, some of the crap that gets said is mind-boggling, like how you think that even happens, all right? But anything gut health, comment it right now. I'll give you 2 minutes, and then we're going to move on to the next topic. Rightio, Scotty's got in. He said, hey bro, question. Before a massive post-workout meal, for example 4 to 5 serves of carbs, which is 200 to 250 grams of carbs for you non-JCFers, would it be worth having apple cider vinegar before to help with the digestive system? Yes, it would. It definitely would. However, when you have those serves of carbs, you also often just before them, you have a bit of 5-HTP. So it can negate the need for the apple cider vinegar. But if you feel it and you feel like you need a little bit extra to help you stop burping, then yes, definitely take it, okay? So for you, Scotty, yes, 100%, taking a bit of apple cider vinegar beforehand could be worthwhile, or even just taking some digestive enzymes with it as well as the apple cider vinegar could be really, really good. Martin, why is my face holding water? Nowhere else but my face, can't stand it. Often that one comes back to your gut. So I see that a lot with people who have gut issues, okay, brother? Most common places where people hold their water, if they're having like hectic like immune reactions, like high histamine things, it's literally comes from the stomach, all right? If you fix up your gut, fix up your digestion, then you should generally be fine. Martin, I'll ask you, how is your gut? Is your gut good or is it bad? Let me know and I'll see if I can help you. Fadi Yusuf, apple cider vinegar to drink it on an empty stomach in the morning. Yes, mate, it's good in the morning on an empty stomach. It won't do anything bad for you. Just make sure you wash out your mouth. Anthony Malloy, mate, I'm 5'6" and nearly 100 kgs. I need some serious help. Brother, we'll sort you out. We'll book you in with a call with my boy Joel tomorrow. He'll help you out. We'll plan out exactly how we're going to get you shredded, all right? We could easily get you down to 70 kgs. No worries. McGregor McNair, mate, it's a pleasure to have you on board, Big Mac. Chance, literally just had someone at the gym tell me it doesn't matter if your gut health is bad, you'll still get gains. Fuck, wait till I rant on that, Chance. Jesus. Okay. Melanie Sydenham, want to be my PT? Want to be my client? We can chat, mate. All right, I'll get one of my boys. I'll get Joel onto you, and you can have a chat. Mel Ward, did you just say that burping means not enough beta and HCl? Well, burping means yes, not enough hydrochloric acid in your stomach. Okay, if you're burping, that's a really good sign of that. What burping actually is, it generally comes from, well, obviously gas being trapped in your stomach, but generally people who burp have got a blockage or a spastic, like a really, really tight small intestine, okay? And it forces the gas back up. So there's a production of gas in your small intestine due to being fermented, and then this pushes back up into your stomach, which then you expel as a burp. So if you're doing really regular burps, that's it. A one-off burp is just a bit of air in there. It's not a biggie, but if you're constantly doing it, then yeah. Fadi, do I mix apple cider vinegar with anything? Mate, take it straight. Be a man or be a woman if you're a woman listening, and take it. Just be strong. Take it. Don't worry about diluting with water unless you're soft. But always wash it down with water. Always wash your apple cider vinegar down with water after. Shan Kadri, I'm Indian, I love you. Come in India. Probably not going to come in India, but I'll come to India. Yes, definitely. 100%. That's on my to-do list, Shan. So I look forward to meeting you. Mel, ooh, I only burp after having betaine HCl. Very, very interesting, Mel. I'll find out as to why that is. That'll be a gas reaction in your stomach. Let me look at that. Jake Stevens, what foods are best for getting back to good gut health? Oh, mate. The best foods for getting back to good gut health are ones which don't ruin you, okay? So ones which are very inert, such as meat and most vegetables, are generally quite good for getting back to good gut health. Man, you got to look though. You got to look at your stress. That's a really, really big one. At if your stomach is working properly, all your neurotransmitters, the whole lot. Okay, they're going to be the real key regulators of it. The main advice that I give Jake for everybody is just don't eat like a dickhead. If you're eating food and you're like, am I being a dickhead for eating this? All right, then you're probably being a dickhead. All right. So if you're eating food and you're thinking you're being a dickhead, stop being a dickhead, stop eating it, put the food down, go eat something smart, all right? If you're listening to this right now, you're in the top 1% of all people. You're smart, all right? You're smart. You know what's good and what's bad. Theo Curtis, what are my thoughts on the primal diet? What's the primal diet, man? There's so many fucking diets these days, I don't even know. Mel, why is it bad for your teeth? Because the acid in it draws out the calcium and then it makes your teeth pretty brittle. Mo, doing sit-ups while having a gut, does it work? No, it doesn't. It does not work at all. Mac, what about Poliquin HCl tablets? Do you recommend them? Let's see what's in them, bruh. HCl tablet. Here we go. Yep. Poliquin HCl tablets are good, mate. So they've got betaine HCl, pepsin, and gentian root extract, all of which are fantastic, exactly what you want. So yeah, they're good stuff, man. Thing with the Poliquin things is that I find that they're generally more expensive for a same quality product as some of the stuff that you can get on iHerb. All right, it also is a bitch to order those things. So yeah, but they're very, very high quality. Can't argue with that. And if you want to pay, you know, extra for it, then go for it. For the comfort of knowing it's gonna be better, then yeah, definitely. Shan, come in India. Not gonna come in India, man. You're so hot. What's your fitness mantra? My fitness mantra is don't eat like a dickhead. Tom Amarina, tomatoes are good for you. They certainly are. Wayne, how are you, brother? Kyle Nunn, how much 5-HTP should you have a day? Depends on the person, man. Average dose, very safe dose is 100 milligrams. Everyone does well on that. Go more if you're more stressed, you know, less if you have a bad reaction. All right, we've gone through all the Q&As now. Let's get into the dumbest shit people say, all right? Comment below, please, the dumbest shit that you've heard, or comment something which you think is dumb, but you're not 100% sure whether it's dumb or not, all right? Now, the first one I'm going to start off with, because this one almost pissed me off, was when Chance just commented before, there was somebody in his gym who was saying that gut health doesn't matter if you just eat properly, if you just follow your calories and hit your macronutrients, you're going to get gains anyway. Oh my God, how stupid are people? Like seriously, if you still don't think that gut health doesn't matter, look at anybody who's gone to improve their gut health. I have worked with literally hundreds. I've worked with over 1,000 people now, all right? Over 1,000. The one thing that I can say for every single one of those people is that if we improve their gut health, they got gains. If they had good gut health to start with, they were automatically going to get gains. The difference that I see between a good client, like a client who's going to absolutely kill it right from the start, and a client who's going to take a little bit of a while and is going to need a real extra push in order to get, you know, optimal results, is gut health, okay? Now we see here, Brody's just asked, how do you know if you have good gut health? Here are the symptoms. If you bloat, if you burp, if you get constipated, if you get diarrhea, if you don't have regular looking stools, so if you get little pellets come out or liquid come out, or, you know, anything other than anything other, I can't believe I'm doing this. Anything other that's not that long, you know, and relatively good consistency, right? You don't have good gut health. They're the general guides. You should be going to the toilet 2 to 3 times per day, every single day in, day out. No excuses, all right? No excuses. Zip. None. That's what you need to do. So they are the symptoms of gut health. Now, if any absolute potato, any spud who tries to deny that fact, number one, hasn't trained enough people to see that it matters. Number two, just has no knowledge of physiology whatsoever and how much the gut controls everything. And number three, clearly doesn't have a good rig. Because if they have a good rig, right, they wouldn't be saying that. They're the type of people, they're the fat personal trainer. You all know the fat personal trainer. The one who's out there every single day smashing Mackie D's and then coming into the gym and then telling you, oh, do sit-ups, it'll get you lean. That's the type of muppet that will say that gut health doesn't matter. Because we all know it does. We all know it does. We've all experienced it. I can tell you right now. Guys, in the last bodybuilding show that I did, I had IBS. I'll tell you what, I looked like shit. I looked like absolute crap. I hardly cracked a 6-pack. Go back 2 shows before then when my gut health was on point, absolutely on point. Placing second, I placed second, really should have won those 2 shows. I placed second in it against some of the top guys in the world, like some of the top 10 people in the world, right? I think I competed about 7 of the top 15, right? Placed second, my first time ever, and I was 21 years of age or 22 years of age, right? I was 10 years younger than all of them. That's the difference between good gut health and bad gut health. Number one, the first time when I had good gut health, right, I looked awesome, and I should have won the show. It should have been at Olympia. The second time, bad gut health, looked like shit, bad time, wouldn't recommend it for anyone, all right? Look after your gut health. There is no doubt about it. Now, Max just said the dumbest thing he's heard is all plants are made of proteins. You don't need animal meat for proteins. Become a vegan. Look, I completely agree with Mac. Vegans have got their right to be vegan if you want it for ethical reasons and whatnot. Go for it. But it is not going to be more optimal for muscle gain. Yes, you can still get good gains being vegan, but no, it's definitely not. And what Max said is absolutely right. You don't need animal meat for proteins to become a vegan because there are so many downsides like negative health effects for becoming a vegan. It's not funny. Right. Josh Clark. Compound lifts are dangerous and don't produce good enough muscle growth. Stay on machines, it's safer and targets what you want to grow. Oh my God, dude, I know that is so stupid. You see all these people out there in the gym doing all these machine work and really trying to contract the muscle as hard as they can, but they're not pushing any weight. The thing is, in the end of the day, all of you natty lifters out there, which 99% of everyone listening on here are, the biggest things that are going to make you grow are compound movements. They will make you grow far more than anything else. I use this method, which I call the whole body method, all right? And in this, we get my guys who really want to grow really quick to hit lots and lots of heavy, high volume, compound lifts every session. They're hitting like squats, bench, chin-ups, deadlifts, all of that, all in the one session, and they're doing that for 5 days a week, okay? That is when I've seen people grow. I've had people grow 1 kilo per week lean. I shit you not. I absolutely shit you not. 1 kilo per week lean. Obviously, that's an outlier. That was a freakish result, but I've still seen it. That's an obscene amount of muscle growth, and that was natural too. So compound lifts are not dangerous unless you're lifting them like a dickhead, and they are going to produce the best muscle growth by far for a natural lifter. Chris Colgate. Fat PT equals bad turds. That's correct, mate. Melanie. What do you have to do to improve it then? Sorry, what do we have to do to improve what? Sorry, Mel, I lost track of what our conversation was. What else have we got? Tom Amarina, eggs is good for you. Eggs are very good for you. Tell you the biggest myth around eggs. People are saying stuff like eggs, butter, saturated fat. Any muppet saying that those things are bad is a muppet, all right? Absolute muppet. Literally my favorite fat out of all the fats is the saturated fat. I love saturated fats because number one, they're delicious. Butter is amazing, absolutely amazing. Number two, alright, they produce your hormones. That's what you use to produce hormones. Number three, it produces cholesterol. Cholesterol is the thing that we want. Cholesterol is good. Very, very good for you. You need it. They're the biggest things. On top of that too, they are the least reactive with your gut out of the whole lot, out of all of the fats. So fats are good. Saturated fats are amazingly, amazingly good. Jaden, squatting will stunt my growth and make me shorter. Dude, I've heard that one so many times. So many times. In fact, if you look at this stupid myth, and people who started lifting from a young age, they end up being the same height that they would have been anyway, what they were projected to be. You know, for me, I started lifting when I was 13, all right? I didn't squat a whole heap because I had dodgy knees and I hated squatting, but I started lifting and just lifting heavy when I was 13 years of age, and I'm still 6'1", all right? You know, my dad's 6'6", I never quite reached that height. I'm a bit of a short ass. My brother's slightly taller than me. But like, fuck it, I look way better than both of them anyway. So yeah, no, squatting is not going to stunt your growth and do anything like that. What else have we got from the shred community? Here we go. The anabolic window. Now this one is one that I'm a little bit still skeptical on. So, for those of you who don't know, there's a lot of contention about the anabolic window. So on the one hand, bodybuilders for years have been utilizing this post-workout window. If you fill your body with amino acids, protein and whatnot, and carbs, you grow more and stay leaner. On the other hand, there's this group of people who are like, they're muppets, okay? Now I'm somewhere in between these. I used to be full-on pro the anabolic window. Maybe out of young stubbornness, I was so pro it. But at the same time, I see really, really good results when utilizing the anabolic window. I find that if you do get in more protein and you do stack your carbohydrates around that post-workout window, for people like me who look similar to me and have similar physique structures to me, we actually grow faster and stay leaner. I know that. I've just done it for myself from having trained myself for years. There is a distinct difference to doing it that way as opposed to another way. So when you have when you are discussing the anabolic window, there are two sides to it. So science will tell us right now that the anabolic window doesn't exist. However, with the science, it's weak science, and I could go into that, but it'll bore the shit out of you guys, so I won't go into it. On the other side, I'll tell you right now from my experience, I have known that there is, I can tell you right now from the results I see in my clients and in myself, that there is definitely some benefit to stacking certain foods post-workout as opposed to other times of the day. Nicholas from the Shred community asked this. Don't eat carbs after 5 p.m. because it'll make you fat. I don't know what fucking idiot ever came up with this idea, but they're a fucking idiot. That one enraged me, alright? The carbs after dark idea is ridiculous. Who thought the carbs after dark would make you fat? Like seriously, do you really think that after dark, like because the sun's down, it means that carbs are bad for you all of a sudden? Do they suddenly just turn to fat as opposed to being stored as glycogen when your muscle stores are depleted of glycogen and your GLUT4 receptors are completely off the chisang? Like, I don't understand how any muppet could ever think that eating carbs after dark is an actual thing. Like, who is this spud that came up with that? I feel sorry for anybody who has been put through thinking that carbs after dark is bad, because carbs after dark is the shit. I'll tell you right now, I'm about to hook into this whole thing of food. You know, this, I don't know how much is in there, but it's a lot. Thank you very much, Daily Fuel. I'm going to smash that right before bed. And I can tell you right now that I'm sitting still at 6% body fat or so. Carbs after dark is amazing, all right? Absolutely amazing. All right, next one. Maddie has said to a female client from a coach, yeah, you can take Test D and a low dose of Deca. If you're a female, you probably shouldn't be taking testosterone, okay? There are some anabolics that women can take and are safe for them to take, but probably not testosterone. So if you're a girl, if you're a bikini competitor or a figure competitor, and your coach is telling you to take testosterone, you know, for a long extended period of time, a very, very long period of time, you're probably risking getting a couple of manly, features. So I probably wouldn't go with that one. James Van Elswick, my boy, has said the biggest thing that he sees, which absolute spuds come out with, is that you can't lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. And the thing is that anybody who trains with me will know this, will have experienced this, and will have felt it. that you will lose fat and gain muscle at the same time when you have an optimal training program, all right? My guys always see their waist circumferences come in and then everywhere else go out and get bigger, all right? They look leaner in the mirror, yet they are bigger at the same time. It happens, guys. You can lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. I don't give a shit what any study says. I don't give a shit what any Instagram Muppet, any Instagram or Facebook spud says. You can lose fat and gain muscle at the same time because I fucking see it every single day. Whenever you guys send in your progress evaluations to me and we look at your measurements, I see that and I say, oh, righto, James this week, his waist has dropped and his chest has increased and his arms have increased and his thighs have increased. Oh, and we look at his before and after photos between this week and last week. Oh yeah, he's definitely leaner. You can't get any more basic than that. It's as simple as that. You can lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. Next one, James Irwin, eating placenta helps with gains. That's a good one. Eating placenta does not help with gains whatsoever. Although I'm pretty sure I'd want to do that for my kid when I do have one. Michael Miller, I don't want to take creatine because I want to stay natural. Creatine is not a fucking steroid, okay? It is not a steroid. It is a supplement, all right? It is not a steroid. It is very good for you. Chance, whenever you look dense and ripped, you get accused of roids. Any muppet who looks at someone and says, let's take that back. If you don't know somebody, right, you can't tell if they're on roids or not. I mean, look, there are a few telltale signs such as excessive amounts of acne, extreme amounts of bloating, particularly on the face, and excessive vascularity, and excessive growth in a short space of time. Yeah, there's some symptoms where you can tell it. But most of the time, you can't look at old, Tommy over there in the corner who's working his ass off day in, day out, dieting harder than you, training harder than you, and say, yeah, Tommy's bigger than me, he must be on steroids. If you don't fucking know Tommy, you don't know if he's on steroids or not. How the fuck do you know that Tommy's on steroids? If you're not making gains and you're looking at everyone around you and you're like, steroids, alright? You're just a little bitch, alright? The only people who say, he's doing better than me, so he must be taking some sort of enhancement or cheating, alright? People who have that mentality, weak-minded, alright, very small. I've encountered a shitload. The first time I got accused of steroids, I was 16. To put this into perspective, right, I have grown about 30 kilos since I was 16. 30 kilos, right, and gotten leaner at the same time. When I was 16, right, I was a little runt, right, I wasn't a big kid whatsoever, at all. Okay? And yet then I was accused of being on steroids because there were little kids who were runtier than me, right? You don't just accuse people of being on steroids if you don't know them. If Tommy's told you, yeah, I'm hitting the gas pretty hard, then yeah, it's safe to say Tommy's on gear, But in the end of the day, take a step back from all this. Who gives a fuck if Tommy's on gear or not? It doesn't matter. If he's competing in the Olympics and he's on steroids, that's pretty bad because he shouldn't be on steroids at the Olympics. Although I, for one, would love to see an Olympics of people on steroids. But if Tommy's also competing in the natural bodybuilding show and he's on steroids, yes, Tommy's a knob. But if Tommy's just taking steroids because Tommy wants to take steroids, it's like, good for you, Tommy. You do you. I'll keep doing me. Right? Simple as that. Who gives a fuck if somebody else is taking steroids? Don't accuse them. Don't try and bring them down for it, Just let it go. Next one, rant over. Steve Slav, fat diet, eating bulk bacon and fats only. Stevie, mate, I'm going to have to disagree with you there because a high fat diet is absolutely fantastic and keto diets are great when used appropriately. Corey Tibbets, it can't be good for you taking all those supplements. Oh my fucking God. The number of people who say, oh, you can't take too many supplements, it's going to be bad for you. What the fuck? Are you serious? You say you can't take too many supplements, yet out on the weekend you're popping pingers and coke. What? Following on from that is the old balance one. When your family and your friends say, oh, James, you're training too much, it's not good for you, you shouldn't be dieting so hard, you need balance in your life. Eat some gluten, go out and drink. What the fuck? Are you stupid? Are you seriously stupid? I've had that one told to me several times by my close family. My mum's a big one on that. My mum's a legend, absolute legend, love her. But as far as dietary advice, bloody hell, I'd do the opposite. And I've been encouraged for so long to take gluten, eat gluten. They're like, James, you need a little bit of gluten in your diet. And I was like, why? And they're like, oh, because you just do. Like, no, you don't. Why the fuck do you need gluten in your diet? It doesn't do anything. And the same thing, oh James, you should go out and you should party a little bit more, it's not good for you to not be drinking. I'm like, when does drinking ever bring anyone benefits? The only thing that comes out of drinking is you wake up with something pretty terrible looking next to you in the bed, and you regret it, you got a hangover, and your training goes to crap for the next week. All right, you're not missing out on much. Yeah, you can have a bit of fun when you're doing it, but you don't need it in your life. I sure as hell don't. But anyway, someone's just commented bad language. Legend, Tom. That's right, I do swear every now and then. Rightio, next thing. Ethan has a great one here. Fats make you fat. The biggest, stupidest, spuddiest myth I've ever heard in my life is that eating fat will make you fat. It doesn't happen like that at all. At all. If anybody tells you guys that eating fat will make you fat, give them a strong headbutt, alright? A strong, not too hard, because you don't want to damage their brain any more than what it already is, but just enough to let them know that they're being an idiot and to stop with the stupidity, okay? Eating fat does not make you fat. Alright, next one. Carl. He's actually heard this. A trainer says to a client, chocolate protein powder is the only powder that actually gets results, as the rest of the flavors have less protein and nutrients in them. Walks away, 5 minutes later comes back to the client. So here's a tub of the protein powder I was telling you, and it's only $50. Client, this is a strawberry flavor. And the trainer says, that's because I knew you would want the extra 0.2 grams of protein per serve, and it's my favorite flavor and the only one I use. Guys, if anybody tells you that one flavor of protein powder is better than the other, go with my same advice I just said before. Just go up, give them a gentle headbutt, alright? Let them know that they're being stupid. Don't damage their brain too much, just a gentle headbutt, and leave them to it. Because the fucking flavor of a protein doesn't matter at all, alright? Next one. A friend of mine wanted to slim down her legs, so a trainer told her to stop training legs and let them get fat and lose muscle. Once her legs have no tone and all fat, they would then start dieting, which apparently slimmed down her legs. Oh my god, the amount of times I've heard stuff about this. So often some girls will get big legs because they use them really, really well and they're genetically gifted and they train hard and all that, and so their legs grow. And so some trainers think that what they need to do is exactly what Ryan said. Stop training your legs, stop dieting, get fat, lose all your muscle, and then we'll go back. Now the real problem with this, is that when you do that, and you've already developed a substantial amount of leg muscle and leg density, is that your legs will come back always whenever you train, and they'll come back with a vengeance. They will grow much, much, much faster. So what you want to do, if you want to lose all the fat from your legs, all right, and you want to get skinnier, leaner legs, you need to diet harder. You need to lose fat from everywhere else if you're a woman, and then your legs will come. They're the last thing to come for women 9 times out of 10, all right? So don't let any spuddy trainer tell you that you should stop training legs in order to gain fat in your legs and then lose fat and lose muscle. It just doesn't happen. Sam, sitting up, doing sit-ups to burn belly fat. Guys, doing sit-ups, training abs is very, very highly unlikely to actually make you lose any fat. I get some of my comp prep guys to do it. I did it just for a little bit in the case that maybe it does. But if you're trying to get a six-pack and you don't have a six-pack already and you're not just about to do a bodybuilding show, it's not going to help you whatsoever. I actually don't put in any ab training. I put in a little bit of anterior training in my anterior chain training in my program, but never abs, or rarely abs. It doesn't do shit in the end of the day. It's more for a bit of fun, or to work in with deadlift and posterior chain workouts. Yvonne, this is my favorite, the lemon water fast. Oh my god, people actually think that drinking fucking lemon and water all day is going to make you lose more fat. Oh my god, that is so stupid. The thing is, what you're doing is you're just depriving your body of all calories, giving yourself absolutely nothing, and then chucking a bit of lemon and water in. Put enough water in so that you don't get dehydrated, and put some lemon in for the flavor. It doesn't do anything else other than that. They say that, in Chinese medicine, a little bit of lemon stimulates the liver and makes the liver work. But having it all day, it's not going to do anything. The thing, if you want to detox your liver, you actually need amino acids. So you actually need protein. if you want to detox your liver, right? So you need to actually eat a bit of, a bit of meat, get some cysteine, get some glutathione in there, because otherwise your detox isn't going to work, right? And that just goes for generally, literally all fucking detoxes. If you're drinking nothing but water, right, and you're doing a detox, it's not going to do a whole heap for you whatsoever. It's going to be a good mental challenge. Yeah, great. Good for you. You can do that. That's fantastic. But as far as your health, no. It's not going to do anything. If you've got a gut issue, it's going to be the worst thing you can do for yourself. 24-hour fast. Actually, any more fasting than 8 hours is going to be absolutely terrible. Okay? Oh, next one. Chris, gold standard whey protein is the best because it's gold standard. Anyone who gets marketed... People think the gold standard whey by Optimum Nutrition is the best whey out there because it's called gold standard. It's not. It's actually kind of bad. It's really not that good at all. It's got heaps of crap in it and lots of fillers. Fillers are cheap things that they use to put in the whey to fill out the actual area, which are cheaper to make than whey protein. Okay? Sure, it tastes delicious, mixes really well, but it's not the best stuff. All right? In the end of the day, literally, vast majority of whey proteins are whey protein. The reason why I recommend Subito is because I digest it better than literally any other protein. It's the only reason I recommend it. All right? So with your protein. Protein's protein at the end of the day. You just got to pick the one which digests best for you. What do we got? Alright, so Rosen has Rosie's just said to us that female competitors should abstain from having sex from 8 weeks out, or just in general, if you're a female, you want to abstain from sex so that your hips get smaller. What the fuck? Who would want to abstain from sex? Number one, why the fuck would your hips get bigger from having sex? I mean, look, we'll get a little bit graphic here, but, you're not putting something that wide inside of you when you're having sex. If you are, congratulations. But it's not happening, and that's not going to widen your hips. I mean, we're going to get real anatomical about it. The vagina's designed to expand. Your pelvis doesn't fucking expand when you're having sex. So any girls who get told to abstain from sex because it's going to make your hips bigger, what the fuck? That's actually, I think that's hands down, that's up there with the gut health one. That is the biggest spud thing I've heard all of tonight. Thank you for sharing, Rosie. That's fantastic. Daniel's just said he's overheard a trainer saying, "Don't take sups, they're all poison." Oh my God. Samuel, cold water is fattening. Dennis, caged eggs are better than organic eggs, and organic eggs cannot compete with normal caged eggs. I don't know who would have said that, but that's pretty fucking stupid. Alright, sweet. What else we got? We've got a lot of comments in here. Khan, how can you grow your legs faster? Train harder. James Atack. Can colon hydrotherapy help with cleaning your gut out? Yes, it can to an extent, mate. Alright. Kyle Priest. Lost my attention when you thought you knew more than Joseph Rakic. Of course I know more than Joseph Rakic. It's an insult that you'd even think that I wouldn't know more than Joseph Rakic. He's good at marketing himself. Doesn't mean he's smart. Come on, Kyle. Joe. Train 6 hours a day and eat 6,000 calories will make you look like The Rock. That's true, man. That's true. But actually, mind you, if you do train for 6 hours a day and eat 6,000 calories a day for an extended period of time, then you can look like The Rock. Right? One day. You might have to use your cycle as well, but yeah. Jaden. A PT in my gym tried to tell Kate that you can't do more than one type of squat or deadlift in the same workout, and 6 exercises is too many per workout. Oh my God. That is the biggest thing, dude. Guys, PTs and so many idiots are like, "Oh, don't train too hard, you'll go through overtraining." Like, seriously, man up, woman up, whatever. I'm not going to be sexist, genders are equal. Man up or woman up, whatever you are, right? Be strong, lift hard, lift some heavy shit, actually have a decent nudge. Because in the end of the day, the thing that's going to make you go, and the thing that's going to make you grow and look good, is if you're training hard and you're working your ass off and you're squatting and you're deadlifting and doing all that. So don't listen to any muppet that tries to tell you to do less. Alright, next one. I'm losing some of these comments. Jeez, there's a fair few here. Here we go. Here we go. Loading up. Where do all my comments go? I don't know. A guy told me in the gym not to copy the exercise and do what he is doing. Yeah, man, a lot of those out there. Alrighty. I've lost all my comments. Where did they go? Alright, so I'm missing a whole heap of comments in here. But anyway, that's all good. That's all good. Oh, Brenton's got one. He's been asked, is protein a steroid? Like, seriously, how stupid are some people? Hey, guys, like, honestly, that is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. Is protein a steroid? Muppets. Right, next one. Rico, James, I'm an insulin-dependent diabetic. Have been since I was 8. I'm now 35. My scar tissue is holding back my abs. What do you suggest? It gets me down. Pin your quads, brother. Pro tip. That'll help you on out. Callum, my weight has gone up 5 kgs and my waist has gone down 2 inches. My body fat has dropped 1.5% after only 5 weeks with James. The proof is in the pudding. Big fella, you are killing it and it's only going to get better from here. Gary Hind. Spoken to you for the last 12 months regarding your training programs. I've been watching your videos and your Q&As. Would love to sit down and get something done. We can sort that out, big fella. We'll get Joel onto you and you guys can sit down and have a chat. Tom Amarina, Coke is bad for you. Cocaine? Cocaine, that's a good topic. Everybody loves talking about cocaine. So, with cocaine, long-term use of cocaine, not good, right? Not good for you at all. Depletes your dopamine, ruins your motivation, doesn't have many good effects. However, short-term cocaine use in lab rats. So if you use cocaine for a small amount intermittently in lab rats, all right, can't say in humans, but in lab rats, it actually increases their motivation and improves their ability to move or their locomotive performance. All right, next one. Trent Newman. Hey bro, I've been doing some research on GABA. Some research has said that your supplement GABA, it doesn't pass through the blood-brain barrier and that it can't be utilized. What are your thoughts on this, big fella? Mate, my thoughts on GABA, that it's absolutely amazing, and no, it doesn't completely pass the blood-brain barrier, however, some will do that, alright? It also has a relaxing effect on the nervous system, because not all your nervous system's up here, some of your nervous system is throughout your body, or a lot of it is. Mitch Sellers, hey bud, what brand of BCAAs do you use without sucralose? Having trouble finding them without sucralose. The one which should be out right now, which isn't, I'm getting a little bit grumpy, is the Sabedo brand. So I designed a BCAA, EAA electrolyte mix through Sabedo. And now Mr. Sean Cooper, he hasn't brought this out yet and he's being a bit sluggish. So get in touch with Sean Cooper from Sabedo Supplements and tell him to hurry up and bring it out because James is grumpy with him. I've already told him that several times. But other than that, bulk nutrients is okay. That's probably the next best thing. Brenton Robertson. Somebody has told Brenton that Wheat Bix is good for gut health. Brenton, it's not. What else do we have? How are you, Wales? Good to see you, big fella. Alright, we've got more. So many comments is there, big. Tom Amarina, I like to meet you. I like to meet you too, Tom. Adam Spencer, thoughts on kombucha? Yeah, mate, in the right person, it is good. Yeah, the right person is good. If you're stressed, going through a stressful period, not so good. If you're healthy, happy, loving life, then kombucha is going to be great. It's going to help you get leaner. Chris Field, you sir are a legend. Straight to the point. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you for being involved. You legends are the ones that make these live videos happen, so you're all legendary as well. Jordan, the sister of an ex-girlfriend I was chugging back. The sister of an ex-girlfriend was chugging back cola, saying she had a bad gut, so the acid in the cola kills the bad bacteria. Holy shit, that is retarded. Yeah, okay, good point, Jordan. That is probably one of the dumber things. Laura Jean, wow, so crowded tonight. What's the topic? The topic is gut health and the stupidest shit that we've heard. Next one. Martin, let's talk mirrors and lighting. Why the hell do I look like shit in some mirrors and then look like a Greek god in others? Because we never actually see ourselves in person, alright? Martin, the reason why in some mirrors we look awesome and in some mirrors we look shit is because of the lighting. So what you want to do, pro tip, I have taken my time doing this. If you're outside and you're in the sun, you need to pick where the sun is and the sun needs to come down onto you like that, okay, in general. Now the best times for sunlight, I'm pretty sure at about 9 to 10 a.m. in the morning, in Sydney that is, and then 3 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon in Sydney that is, okay? If you're taking it inside, same thing. You want to have the light coming down from about here, and you want to have it just slightly so far in front of you, mate. That is how you get half natty lighting. Also, the colours of it, like warmer lighting is worse for you, whereas cooler lighting is better. All that sort of stuff. But there's a general pro tip. Jake Rogers, explain bad gut health. Jake, have a read some of my posts, mate. That'll help you out. Catherine, if you're stressed and have poor gut health, are lower reps better for CNS than higher reps? Ooh, good question. I've actually noticed in some people, yes, lower reps can be better. However, if your gut health's bad, your lymphatic system's bad, so you want to fix that up first before moving into the lower reps. Awesome question, dude. Really good question. Chris, is there a link between gut health and abdominal fat? Shit, yes, there is. A massive, massive link between the two. Adam Spencer, have you read or would you recommend the Clever Guts Diet book? It's a great read. I haven't read it, mate, but I might check it out. The thing that I find so hard with so many of these gut health books is that they're all Muppets and they haven't trained people. The reason why I know what I know about gut health is, number one, I studied for however many bloody years at uni. Number two, I competed as a professional bodybuilder and still do compete as a professional bodybuilder. And number three, I've trained a substantial number of people, more than what most PTs will in their lifetime. And so that's how I know. And lots of those people who write those books don't have much of an idea because they don't train a lot of people. So yeah, I am skeptical about them, big man. Laura, what can I do to help ab separation? Get lean. Tom, I like your hair. I like my hair too. I'm sure you've got fantastic hair. Michael, can I call you tomorrow? Yes, we'll chat tomorrow, big fella. Nate Timms, barbell curls versus dumbbell curls. Same shit but different, man. Doesn't matter. Ali, I'm 9 months diet. I'm 9 months diet and I'm not losing my belly fat down 1, but I do have nice 6-pack, but I need a bleak as well. Right. So you've been dieting for a while, Ali, and you're not losing any belly fat. You're not losing any belly fat, all right? Yeah. If you're dieting, if you're on a diet and it's not working, your diet's shit, so you need to fix it, mate. So just shoot us a message or leave us a comment and we'll get on to you and sort you out. Callum, big Callum. Opinion on BCAAs. BCAAs are absolutely mint. Absolutely mint. They are the shit, alright? They're fantastic. They reduce soreness, improve performance, improve the duration of your workout that you're able to work in. Absolutely amazing, okay? Big fan of them. Alrighty. Well, look, guys, on that note, I'm going to call it because it's almost 9:30 here, well past my bedtime. I've already had a big day, started at about 5:30. So yeah, on that note, I'll leave you to it. Guys, there is so much stupid shit set out in the industry. So much stupid shit. So much. It's mind-bogglingly stupid, so much of this stuff. So what we're going to do is every single week, we're going to bust through these stupid myths and get into them. So if you hear something absolutely dumb, join the Shred community, share it with us. We're all going to have a laugh and then we're going to rip on the person who said it. We shouldn't rip on them, we should help them, but let's rip on them anyway. But yeah, we'll just rip on them. But yeah, so guys, if you hear anything stupid, let us know, alright? Comment in the Shred community, get a part of it, and we'll go from there. I'm going to be live again tomorrow night from the usual time, 7:30 p.m. We're going to get onto it, we're going to go balls deep into our next topic, and you guys are going to love it. On that note, I'll leave you all to it. Thank you very much for coming. Love you all. I'll see you soon.